Software developers, apply for that job you want. You're the only thing holding you back. I'm sure you already know this, but when you apply for a job, you're just a resume. The company doesn't care about you as a person, doesn't care about your dreams and aspirations, and generally doesn't care that much about your background. They care about what you can do for them today. Do you have a degree? Good. It'll allow us to bill you at a higher rate. Do you know the programming languages and tools that we use? Good. We won't have to waste time and money training you. Do you generally understand our business domain? Good. You can hit the ground running. The thing to remember when you're looking for a job is that none of this is personal. The company needs someone to get a job done. Your task is to prove to them that you can do it. They don't take it personally, so should you. Job postings are mostly bullshit. Job postings are intimidating as hell. You perform a search for JavaScript, Node, NPM, and SQL. You filter on remote only, then start browsing through the results. One pops out, looks promising, and then, oh no. They usually look like this. We're seeking an entry-level software engineer to help round out our team. 5 to 10 years of experience with server-side JavaScript is a must. The ideal candidate will also possess an MS in computer science and the ability to configure Docker containers and deploy within VMs using Kubernetes. We're transitioning to 100% infrastructure as code shop, and your work will be shared across the organization. Java, Smalltalk, Lisp, Tcl, and T-SQL are also nice. After you've developed, deployed, and optimized our runtimes, we'd also like you to lead a systems engineering effort to port our legacy apps from Objective-C to Swift. So highlight that experience on your resume. The starting salary is mid to upper 40K, depending on experience. You've seen those postings. Apply to intimidating jobs anyway. You'll be one of the 3 people that do. Apply for the job anyway. No one will hunt you down and make you delete your email account. Applying for a job is free, or it should be. No one is going to get pissed off at you for applying. You'll either hear back from them about scheduling an interview, or you won't. That's it. No drama. You're not going to get blacklisted. There isn't a list of people who applied for jobs they weren't qualified for, so chill out. I applied to the same company at least 10 times before I finally got an interview. I've also been called months later for different jobs than the one I applied for. Many companies save resumes in a database that they can search through later. You probably have the skills they need. I can't imagine having all of the skills that most of these job posts are looking for. If you know the main technologies in the post, go for it. The company might also be hiring for many other positions that aren't publicly posted yet, and your resume might be a fit. You'll discover where you need to improve. If you get the interview, do your best to interview well, which is a skill in itself. You'll quickly find out where you're weak so you can focus on improving and developing additional skills. You'll get better at interviewing. Interviewing is a skill. The more you do it, the better you get. I used to suck at interviewing and made an effort to improve. I watched a lot of David Letterman and Charlie Rose, taking note of how the interviewer and interviewee managed the process. Remember that none of this is personal. It seems odd, but it's true. Getting past no. You are going to hear no all of the time, at least initially. And in fact, you may not hear anything, right? And sometimes you won't hear anything at all. This is tough mentally and can take a physical toll. Looking for that first job becomes your job. Your job search is an active process. Set a daily goal. Hit the job boards to find new posts. Submit to at least 10 jobs a day. Record the jobs you've applied to in a Google Sheet. Capture the date submitted, the website where you found the job, and the date you hear back. Embrace the suck. You'll live through this. The good thing is that once you've carved out a niche in the industry and become an expert in something, you'll hear yes all the time. That's just how it works. do it. Once you've reached a certain level of competence with a programming language, it's time to go for it. I've been at this since '93 and still don't feel like I'm any good. There are always going to be programmers out there who are better than you. The upside is that they're all gainfully employed. When a senior developer decides to look for a job, they post a resume on a job board or mention it on LinkedIn, talk to their friends, yada, 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 and start dealing with recruiter spam. There are plenty of jobs available for normal developers like us. Start looking today, find the job you'd like to have, and submit your resume. What's the worst that can happen? And so that's the end of this one. Let's just go back and talk through some of this stuff. I'm not even sure when I wrote this, but it's probably been a while. The main thing is to not take it personal. And it really gets frustrating when you're looking for a job. You need a job, you're looking for a job, you feel like you're doing everything you can, and you start to spaz out because you just don't hear from anybody, or you occasionally get a rejection. What's even worse is getting called in for an interview, going through the process, doing well, and then just getting slammed in the end and not getting a job. You have to just treat it like a game. Don't take it personally, right? It's just business, honestly. We all know job postings are mostly bullshit. Very intimidating. I look at these things and I'm like, good Lord, I feel weird applying for jobs. I haven't applied for a job and I won't be applying for a job, hopefully ever again. But, yeah, you look at things like this and they're clearly, just looking for somebody expert that they don't want to pay a lot of money. You see these every day. Just apply. Tailor your resume. Don't lie. Tailoring is not the same as lying, right? Tailor your resume to the job description, the job requirement. Try to make it past the screeners. And I'll talk about that in future videos. But at the end of the day, just apply. There's nothing that can happen to you, right? You won't get blacklisted. They're not going to come throw you in jail. You probably have something that they need. And then interviewing, we'll talk about that later on in another video as well. But so I hope you enjoyed this. As you can tell, I don't do a lot of editing on these videos. This batch, I'm just trying to read through this developer's field guide to getting hired and staying employed, and sharing it with you guys. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, ask any questions, and talk soon. Thanks.